Good morning, students. Today we are very happy as we are going to start a new poem. Nowadays, you can see so many countries on the earth. They are different. Their uniform, their living style, their language, their food, their taste, all are different. In spite of all these differences, we all are equal. We all are human beings and we all are the same. Here, poet is expressing his views regarding universal brotherhood. He starts an idea, develops it, and makes a conclusion that we all are the same. The poet is expressing a wonderful thought in this poem. The whole world is one. According to the place on the earth, one is born. There is bound to be differences in the appearances, language, and lifestyle, but there is a common element in every human being, and that is love. He is advocating a life without barriers. So, we can start this poem. First of all, I am telling you about a brief introduction about the poet James Kirkup. You can see the picture of James. He was an English poet, translator, and travel writer. He wrote over 30 books, including autobiographies, novels, and plays. He was born on 23rd April 1918 in England and died on 10th May 2009. No men are foreign. So here it is the first stanza. I am starting this one. Now we can see first stanza of the poem. We are having so many differences, different tastes and different uniforms, but our body is equal. We are living on this earth equally. So here the poet is telling us to remember that no man is different or unknown to us, and no country is a foreign one. All of us live upon the same earth. We are wearing different clothes, but we are the same. The land we walk upon and the earth we live on is equally shared by all of us. When we die, we lie down on this earth equally. So, here the poet is telling that we are the same. Now, they too means those who are different from us. They too aware of sun and air and water, are fed by peaceful harvest, by war's long winter starved. Their hands are ours, and in their lines we read a labor not different from our own. Every human being is aware and can avail of the bounties of nature like the sun, air, and water, and all these things are access to all. In this stanza, the poet is expressing his ideas about all the natural elements like sun, air, and water. They all are access to all. In the same way, we all are equal. We will be tortured or tormented by the cruel clutches of war. Every human being, so here it is the poet is telling it, the food we eat is provided by fields and trees we plant, and the process is the same everywhere. They also want peace. Those who are different from us, as we have, they also suffer when there is war and other natural calamities. They work like us with their hands as we are doing. Now you can see the next stanza. Remember, they have eyes like ours that wake or sleep, and strength that can be won by love. In every land is common life that all can recognize, understand. The poet is reminding us that they have eyes like us, wake up and sleep like us, and understand the strength and the emotions. It is the same for them. He tells us that we are not different from each other, and we recognize this fact that life follows a certain pattern that is not different in the different parts of the world. It is essentially birth, growth, and life, and eventually death. So here the poet is telling we all have human organs like eyes, ears, etc. So here poet is telling us that we all are the same. So in the next stanza he is telling, let us remember. He is reminding us whenever we are told, means whenever we are taking arms and we are having fights, to hate our brothers. Whenever we are told, we are told that to hate our brothers and sisters, it is ourselves that we shall dispose, betray, condemn. Remember, we who take arms against each other, it means we should avoid wars and try to seek peace and meditation. We should not hate each other. Emotions of love come naturally in our heart and mind, while hatred is dangerous to all. Now here poet is telling we must remember that we should not hate each other. We are having a feeling of hate, then we are betraying, we are doing injustice to our own brothers and sisters. We will be blamed for our wrong actions. We are destroying the very essence of peace. We are destroying the very essence of peaceful existence which is very compulsory. It is very necessary for all of us. So we should avoid war and we should have love and peace in our heart and mind. Here the poet is telling in this stanza, it is the human earth that we defile. Our hells of fire and dust outrage the innocence of air that is everywhere our own. Remember, no men are foreign and no country is strange. So here once again the poet is telling we all are the same. When we take arms against each other, we are destroying the earth. We are polluting the earth. Hatred, war, suffering and our wrong actions show our impurity of mind and heart. We live in the same space, so we should live together. The world should be peaceful and we should live on the earth with peace and harmony. Here you can see one saint is doing meditation. It means he is seeking peace and meditation. In meditation, he is seeking peace in meditation. We should avoid wars and try to seek peace and meditation like him. War brings destruction while peace and harmony increases a fraternity around the globe. Now we have some difficult words in this poem. Now I am telling you. Strange, unusual. The meaning of strange means unusual. Harvest, the act of collecting grains, foods, etc. Starved, to suffer due to lack of food. Recognize, to know. Dispose, deprive, to take somebody's property, land, etc. Defile, spoil. Pollute, betray, to deceive. Condemn, criticize, to blame. Outrage, great anger, insult, beneath, under. Innocence, simplicity of heart. Here the theme is the theme of the poem. I am telling you, this poem beautifully reflects the theme of humanity in all human beings. We all are same, as we all need same basic needs for survival. So we should not divide ourselves based on nation, creed, caste, color or religion. The poem expresses the feeling of universal brotherhood. We all human beings in the world should give up the feeling of narrow nationalism. We all are the members of a single world. Nobody is a stranger. This poem dwells on the concept of global fraternity, brotherhood and equality. This feeling unites us in a bond of universal brotherhood. We all are human beings with the same features and feelings. We should remember that no man is foreign and no nation is strangers. But there is a common element in every human being, and that is love. Hatred for others is an abuse to humanity. So we should remember this one, and the theme is well expressed by the poet. Now the message conveyed by the poet in this poem. The poet believes that war is caused by the false beliefs of people who have ceased to believe in the essential unity of man. They believe that a man hailing from a different country is to be hated and discriminated against. However, the poet assures his readers that man is just the same everywhere. He experiences the same joys and sorrows and has descended from the same ancestors. Therefore, he asks his readers to keep away from hatred and violence and expel them from their minds and hearts. Now, some poetic devices have been used in this poem. Metaphor, this rhetoric device is used when a covert comparison is made between two different things or ideas. It is used in third line, like ours, the land our brothers walk upon. Poet compares his fellow human being with his own brothers. In the sixth line also, are fed by peaceful harvest, by war's long winter starved. Poet compares war with winter since reduced resources are available at both those sides. In the 18th line also, our hells of fire and dust outrage the innocence. The poet compares wars with hells. Now rhyming scheme, there is no rhyming scheme. You can see there is no rhyming scheme in this poem. The poet is written in free verse, simply a direct comparison between two unlike things using like or age. Now you can see here a single body like us. Is earth like this? They have eyes like ours. So like word have come here. It means simply it has been used here. Assonance, the repetition of vowel sound in a line or grouping of words. Aware of sun and air and water. Now you can see in this line assonance is used. Alliteration, the repetition of consonant sound in a line or grouping of words. A single body breathage in which we all shall lie. Whenever we are told, here where sound is used. So it means alliteration has been used here. Now transferred epithet. This rhetoric device is used when an emotion is attributed to a non-living thing after being displaced from a person, most often the poet himself or herself. In the sixth line it is used, are fed by peaceful harvest, by war's long winter starved. It is not the harvest themselves that are peaceful, but peaceful social and political conditions that prevent a shortage of crops or famine and make harvest possible. It means it has been used, transferred epithet has been used in this line. Now, value point. I am telling you the value point of this poem. The central idea, you can see I have presented this poem, so you have understood that the central idea of this poem is that we have same Father, God. As we are the children of God, we should live in universal brotherhood. We all have common rights to the earth, a common property. We should not treat ourselves as the citizens of a particular country, but we should remember that we all are the same and we all are the citizens of the world. We should not support narrow nationalism. It is very important. He is talking, he is expressing this one, that we should not support narrow nationalism. Instead, we should think that we are the citizens of the world. So it is very important that we should remember that one, we are the citizens of the world. Now, wars are not good for us. It is also expressed, well expressed. During wars we suffer and in peace we make progress. So we should try to live peacefully. We try to seek peace and meditation. Then we can make our life happier. Now some questions have been used here. I am asking you some questions here. How are we responsible for war? Explain with reference to the poem. So please, I think you are able to give the answers. How are we alike? Explain in context with the poem. Explain are fed by peaceful harvest. You can explain all these answers. Please write down all your answers in your notebook. Now I am presenting one extract. Read the extracts given below and answer the questions that follow. Remember, no men are strange, no country is foreign. Beneath all uniforms, a single body breathage like ours, the land our brothers walk upon is earth like this in which we all shall lie. Name the poet of these lines. What is the name? I think James Kirkup. On what basis should we not distinguish man? Please write down all the answers. When will we lie in earth? What breathes beneath all uniforms? Which poetic device has been used in the third line? Yes, I have already told you. Please try to give the answers. Now, thanks. I think you are able to understand this one. Thanks. Thank you once again and have a nice day. Thank you.